What is your name?
You don't belong here.
My name is Morris Gross. Who are you?
This is my home. Get out now.
No, this is not your house. Now, what's your name?
Knock, knock.
Very well. Who's there?
Bill, 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 Bill.
Bill who?
My name is Bill Wilkins, and I'm 72 years old.
Where do you come from?
I come from the grave.
Communion After Dark.
I'm frightened of our love. I think it's haunted. It's everything and more than I never wanted. In between the walls
Little red, sweet mysterious child. What does a fragile like you run this dark cold wild? Lowly girl with a gentle smile, from your angelic hair. Why did you run many miles? Little red, careful where you go. Stalker in the bush, could accompany you. Run, baby, run, don't turn around. Now it's not your time to die. Run, baby, run, fear the unknown there. It's not the time to say goodbye. Little red, there are farewell eyes. Stand still and hear, breaking tricks and powerful strikes. Lovely girl with a dark secret. The beast is looking forward to you. Body will feel regrets. Run, baby, run, don't turn around. Now it's not your time to die. Run, baby, run, fear the unknown there. It's not the time to say goodbye. Close your eyes and let him come. Come and take a last deep breath. Adrenaline shots in your veins. Run the forest spells like death. Don't surrender yet. into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Welcome to Communion After Dark, the Halloween edition. I am
Happy Halloween.
sometimes Winters, and I think there's a Paradise in here somewhere. And we are here with DJ Black of Isolation Radio, who is filling in for Gold.
I am Tom Gold.
Yeah. Every day
It's
is
Tom
Halloween.
Gold wearing a mask, guys.
Every day is Halloween in Black's house.
Mm-hmm.
You know it.
And as you can see,
365.
I am not in my creepy abode. I've done the best I can in the Paradise Mansion. And
It looks great, though.
It does.
It's still spooky. You got the bat.
It's
I know, I wore my
Halloween time.
makeup. Alright, you guys, you just heard my set. The last song that you heard is Suicide Commando out of Germany. And that's the song Deliver Us from Evil. This is the 2023 mix. And it's on the Axis of Evil 20th anniversary that you can get on Bandcamp. This is a very slowed down version of that song, but it's still fantastic. Ding, ding, ding. And the sixth song in my set is by Light, which is, I think it's supposed to be like No Light, out of France. And that is the song Face Your Fear. And this is the Face Your Fear single that he released for Halloween.
Ooh.
Yay!
And before that, you heard Celeb. I hope I'm saying that right. They're out of Colorado. And this album is, I want to say it's 5 tracks. I'm in love with it. It's very different. The sound excited me. And this is the song Dreams Have Died. And the name of that album is Cosmic Despair. That is self-released, that you can get on Bandcamp. I highly recommend this album.
That is a good record. And before that, Winters played a new single from Noro Makina, who are from Colombia. That song is called Fragmental. That was released as a single through Cold Transmission Records. We all love Cold Transmission Records. Good song there. And yeah, what do you have after that?
Let's see. Number 3. Winter's third song in her set that she just played for you was by a dark Halloween band called Cat Tack. The guy's got a Halloween voice, if anything. He sounds like that dude that used to be in Typo Negative. That
I
died.
love his voice so much. Makes me
Channeling
melt
him.
every time.
But the song she plays is a brand new single they released called Little Red. It's the radio edit of that track from this year. And it's on the Let Us Fall Together from 2019. I don't know what the hell that all means, but
2019 is when the album released. This radio edit was just dropped on Bandcamp because there's a video for it now. But I loved it a lot, and I wanted to play it.
cool. Yeah, it's new stuff. You can get on Dark Tunes.
And the video is cool too. So maybe we will post that later this week.
Cat Tack is a perfect band to play on Halloween.
It really is. And the second song in my set is De Nuit out of France, and this is the song Fear, and this is on the album Ritual that was self-released. It is my favorite album that they have dropped thus far. I'm waiting for this to be released on vinyl. Me and my husband have all the vinyl except for this album, so I'm waiting to see when they drop the vinyl for this. This is my favorite so far, so I hope you like it. And started everything off with brand new Black Book out of Switzerland, and this is Haunted Love that was dropped for Halloween, and of course they were on Dark Tunes, who we love, and you can get this on Bandcamp.
Black Book always puts out amazing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So very excited that they have a new single out.
And again, I pre-order it before they drop the song because they've never let me down.
Nope, never let you down. All right, it's Halloween time. We're actually, the show's premiering on All Hallows Eve. So
Spooky.
Spooky. Yeah.
Spooky.
All right, and we're going to do our first shot of the week in honor of Halloween and DJ Black joining us. All right.
Okay, so the shot of the week this week that is for Paradise and I brought, which is my favorite tequila, probably the only tequila that I'll ever drink, and it is called Ghost. And I thought that was fitting for Halloween. Ghost is made, it has ghost pepper in it. So it is a spicy margarita shot. And we have Miss Paradise with us as well, hiding in the dark, being spooky. What do you got, Black?
I have bourbon cream, or cream bourbon. I've never had it before. It looks really good. I don't know.
Huh. That sounds okay, I guess. Yeah.
We'll see.
All right,
All
let's
right.
do this. Let's do this nasty shot.
Shot
Ready?
of the week time. I've got Slimer.
Cheers.
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 Yeah, that's good.
Papa poo poo.
So it's like a margarita, but it burns.
Oh my god.
That ghost pepper hits you right in the throat. I
Those
love
are
it.
strong.
I love it so much. I love it's the weirdest thing. I'm not into spicy foods, but give me like a drink that's like sweet and spicy, and I love it.
What did my wife think of that?
What'd you think? She likes that.
Okay, goody.
See the burning?
It's burning. It
Yeah.
burns.
It burns. It burns.
It burns.
That's good.
Oh god. Anywho,
Oh, spicy.
it is Halloween time, people. So it's the spookiest time of year for goths, which means that they all get to go out and cause a lot of havoc.
It's
scare
also
people.
the time of year that we buy all of our home goods and all of our towels and rugs.
And it's the
fun
time
stuff
of year
for the
too where
home.
goths are accepted in mainstream public.
I know. You know, I went to Publix and I have this sweater, the back cardigan that I wear all the time. And I got so many compliments on it by like just regular people. Because it was now my Halloween sweater, I guess.
So
I wish it
DJs
was like that more in the year, like where we could just feel like we're in our own element, you know?
Mhm.
Exactly. I love this time of year. It's happy time for everybody. DJ Black is here with us. DJ
Yay.
Gold's returning next week, so that's good news. We'll see Gold next week, but
I know.
for
Gold's
now-
got a 3-time DJing Halloween, whatever, at the club, so he's pretty busy.
hey, for now, go and do some trick-or-treating and make sure you trick your neighbors somehow. I don't know how, but you got to figure out a way to trick them.
With what kind of trick do you think?
I don't
Dog
know.
poop on the front porch.
There you go. There you go. Take some rabbit poop, if you can have a rabbit, and throw the poop at their window.
And somebody posted something online that this guy was like, kids today have no idea how to toilet paper trees. And like he had instructions. He's like, you're letting us down. Because
Yeah, you
they'll
don't
leave like
see that
full rolls
anymore.
of yeah.
Yeah.
Dang kid.
You can't even see. I have my little necklace on here. It's all like pumpkins. And then I also have on a Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein shirt. But you can't see. It's too
And
dark.
I'm wearing my favorite horror movie of all time, The Howling. I love this
Yeah.
movie so hard. I've got posters. I've got the soundtrack. I've got sweatpants. Favorite horror movie of all time. I'm a werewolf girl.
I know how much you love Frankenstein, Black.
Yeah, I think I'm going to invite Frankenstein with me for the next segment, actually, because I have him here.
Awesome. Awesome. Oh, that's right. I gave you that damn Frankenstein statue, too.
Yeah, no, I have a big Frankenstein mask, too. It's really cool.
Cool. Did you destroy the Frankenstein statue?
No, he's sitting right here, actually.
Oh, he is? Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And in the Paradise
collecting.
mansion that was like near Ybor, that Frankenstein statue was there for years. And Mark's like, we're not going to take it with us to move, and gave it to the one person that's like obsessed with Frankenstein, and that's Mr. Black.
Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know. Vampires are cool, but I like Frankenstein.
Me too. All right. Well, I am coming up with more spooky music and new music, and some old stuff maybe thrown in. So come back for my set. We'll see you soon.
Dark Radio, and you are listening to DJ Paradise.
Messerschneide steht jedes Leben. Fehler werden nicht zugegeben. Keine Haftung, sie zahlen nie den Preis. Denn sie sind Götter im Weiß. Götter im Weiß. Denn sie sind Götter im Weiß. inception I will stay. When the witching hour comes, in the shadows I'll be your phantom. Your phantom. When the witching hour comes, in the shadows I'll be your phantom. Your phantom. Before the dawn brings in the sun, I'll see the shadows clear from your eyes. Your inception has just begun. The embers will be the guiding light, guiding tonight through all the storms and all the pain. I've been here always, among the flames, and through the loneliness I will stay. When the witching hour comes, in the shadows I'll be your phantom. Your phantom. When the witching hour comes, in the shadows I'll be your phantom. Your phantom. When the witching hour comes, in the shadows I'll be your phantom. Your phantom. When the witching hour comes, in the shadows I'll be your phantom. Your phantom. Despite our best laid plans, there's always work for idle hands. And tonight, as we lay awake, a thought takes shape. I'll be Cain, you be Abel. We'll climb the Tower of Babel to call God on my party line. Talking on the tongues of swine, we see the divine outlined with a neon sign. His blood, the taste of cheap wine. Through my tears I see Elysium, liquor pouring easy, God's got a gun. Every chance
future begins from hell to light. Do not despair, so it makes sense to understand and change the world. Love yourself, hear your soul, hear your wings, and don't look back. Don't ask behind and don't say no to all the bad, no barriers. Prison love, all the dead, not for you and not for me. Oh, no one beyond the credible. I free myself. The tears of blood that I have cried, I will not feel coming home. Not looking back, I'm free for you. My soul is purified. Now be broken, join us with love. Merry redemption, bleed from being dead. Forgive the angels, they cannot do harm. No offers from dark, so everything has been said. The future is now in all the suffering, nothing else. Take my hand and walk with you. Fate connected beyond death. We just leave all evil behind and give it a chance. Without fear we turn around. Nothing seemed to last forever, but my love for you is forever and eternity. Prison love, all the dead, not for you and not for me. Oh, no one beyond the credible. I free myself. The tears of blood that I have cried, I will not feel coming home. Not looking back, I'm free for you. My soul is purified. Prison love, all the dead, not for you and not for me. Oh, no one beyond the credible. I free myself. The tears of blood I have cried, I will not feel coming home. Not looking back, I'm free for you. My soul is purified.
Welcome back to Communion After Dark. It is Halloween time, and you just heard my set on Paradise. I don't really have a Halloween type name, unfortunately. Maybe like Death in Paradise. Anyways,
That works.
that works. All right. Anyways, the last song you heard was by a band called Toll out of Germany. The song was Stigmata. This isn't necessarily a new song. This was released before, but it is out on a brand new compilation called The Darkest Halloween Compilation 2023. It is on Dark Tunes Music Group. Dark Tunes releases a Halloween comp every year, and they highlight some of their bands with some of their darker songs. So check it out if you like. It's a good soundtrack for Halloween anyways. So go check it out. But that song is on there. And it's always, I enjoyed that track when it was released originally. So check out Toll. Sixth track was by another Dark Tunes band called Deadlights, and they're out of the UK. The song you heard was Elevator Music in Heaven. I really like this track. There is a video out for this now too. That is on their brand new album Glitter Spit, which is also, again, as I mentioned, on Dark Tunes Music Group. So Dark Tunes getting a lot of love here.
And I thought about it. You know why I love the name of that album so much? You remember Universal Studios? They had the troll that would like fart glitter out of his booty. And we all, me and your wife and Tia and all these people made it, like, went out of our way to go see this happen. The
Yeah,
name of this album just makes me think of that.
one of the trolls.
The troll.
Oh my. All right, the fifth song in my set was by a band called Anders Manga. Anders Manga is out of the U.S. He has he released a new release, I guess is a few months ago now, called Blood from Roses. It was a 6-track release with 3 new songs, and the song that I played was Phantom. That is on the release, as I mentioned, Blood from Roses, and again, that is self-released. Go pick it up. If you're a fan of Anders Manga, this is a great release, and he's got a fantastic voice, so let him be here. Let him be your Phantom.
Yeah.
All right, the 4th track in Paradise's set is an all-time favorite hard song of mine that I probably requested way too much when it came out because I love scream singing on the dance floor to this. This is Tumor, 2 Seconds, and this is on the album Zombie Nation, and it was on Out of Line Records. I love this song, even because he just recorded his set live here while I was doing his wife's hair, and as soon as that song came on, I started dancing and singing and bopping all around. To this day, it's timeless. I love that song.
There's no way I could do a Halloween show without Chris Pohl. He's like the god of Halloween. He lives Halloween every day, just like you, Black.
Yeah, he is a vampire.
He's a vampire. or a vampire. One of the two.
Vampire.
Vampire.
Before that, Paradise played Lucifer's Aid from Sweden, and the track. No, it's from the Be Afraid release, and the song
that's the name of the song, Be Afraid.
Be Afraid, and that's from the Destruction release on Progress Productions. They're a good band. I haven't heard them in a while. I'm gonna have to get caught up on their music. I always like them.
Yeah, and this is a perfect band for Halloween. Lucifer's Aid. Come on now. Perfect name. The song's called Be Afraid. Yeah, it's perfect. Good release that just came out not too long ago, maybe a little over a month back on Progress. It's a little darker electro. If you're into darker electro, it's good stuff. The second song on my set was by a classic band that has now re-emerged called Deep Red. They're out of the U.S. They have a new song out that is available on Bandcamp. It's called The Art of Lust. It is the original mix of that track, and it's a digital single. You can pick it up, as I mentioned, on Bandcamp. Go get it. Deep Red, in case you didn't know, was a band that came out in the 90s. They actually toured with Project Pitchfork many years ago. Many years ago. But yeah, Martha's back. She's making music again. And she's actually out of Miami. So it's pretty cool. And hopefully we'll get Deep Red here in Tampa one of these days. It'll be really awesome to have them and get a chance to see her play live again. The first track is not necessarily a spooky track, but I had to play it because I love Ice Fabric. Ace Fabrique, they are one of my favorite bands, period. They're out of Germany. They have a brand new single out called Gothic, which is just, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, God in White. And that is a digital single. It's on No Cut. They have a brand new album coming out. It's the same title of that track. So you can pick it up when it's available. This is the only song that's currently available from that album. But I'm sure they'll be releasing other singles as time goes on, because that's the way Ice Fabric has been doing it lately. And of course, the mastermind behind this is the mastermind behind Funkervote. Fictional, blah blah blah. He's been in 5 million bands, his name is. Do you remember the guys who was behind that? Gold Black. I mean, do you remember? I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. Isn't it like yeah.
Damn
He's
it.
got a very common German name, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Oh well.
Common.
It's slipping
It's
my
German.
mind. That freaking ghost shot that Winters gave me is like zapped by memory.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, but yeah, Ice Fabric's back and it's fantastic. There's so much good new music out right now. People go and buy some of it.
So I just want to make a point on that. This Halloween show is a lot different than last year because there is so much new music coming out. We don't want to fall too far behind. So we are including some old songs, but that have the spooky vibe, and then we are still playing new music for you.
Yeah, I try to keep my set pretty spooky overall. Spooky.
I don't know.
All right.
I think we have a pretty spooky Halloween song coming up with Mr. Black's set.
All right.
A few
So
of
now,
them.
now we're going to do our second shot of the week in honor of Halloween and the honor of DJ Gold coming back next week.
All right, shot of the week. Second shot of the week. If you're at home, join us for Halloween. Cheers. Cheers.
I have
Black.
no idea what this is. Paradise made this for me.
It's like a root beer
Limer.
float. Cheers. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That was Jameson, root beer, schnapps, and Bailey's.
That Jameson hit me at the end, guys.
What'd you drink, Black? Why am I calling you Gold? You don't look like Gold.
I'm Tom Gold. I'm drinking still the same thing, the bourbon cream. That's all I have here.
That's all you got at the home is bourbon cream?
We got tequila and the black coffee drink that Melissa got.
So yeah, you gotta do that in the third set.
Yeah, we specially bought that for you, the black. We had to like wait for it because it was always sold out. That like coffee liqueur
when
thing.
you guys come, but I'll do a shot of that.
Oh, we need to make it back to St. Augustine.
And we need to get DJ Wilms or Vilms on.
Yeah, let's let Jules pick out some music. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to get her on that.
All right. Anyway, so it is Halloween time again. I hope you're having a good time trick or treating, watching horror movies. Hope it's been a fun October for you. I want to thank everybody who supported Community After Dark through the year. We're getting close to the end of the year. Obviously, we have a few months left, but we're getting there. The Community After Dark shows are basically over with. I thank everybody again who's come out to these shows. We do have one show coming up this Friday. So if you want to support live music, I know it seems like nowadays, like live music doesn't seem to, especially in this area for whatever crazy reason, doesn't seem to match up with people's expectations of what they should. They want to go out to clubs more, which I understand because I DJ in clubs forever. But
well, and also live shows in October are hard because we're dealing with a lot of conventions, like spooky conventions and
sure.
And
but you have to
whatnot,
support
so.
live music. Otherwise, if you don't have live bands or bands that actually make the music and they go out and make a living doing this by touring, you would not have clubs. I've said that. I've said that for many years. I mean, there was actually an argument we had online one time where somebody was trying to tell me that the main whole point behind clubs was the way people dress. And I was like, well, what about the music? It's like, if you don't have the bands that are making the music for your club, you're not going to have a club.
Yeah, it's always been about the music. Well, in my life, it's always been about the music because I was going to a club where, I mean, you and Tom were spinning that really cared about the music and spread the music and let everybody know how to get the music
But support the bands.
Yeah.
That's my main thing.
Support the bands.
They're making this music.
You wouldn't have that song to dance to if the band didn't make it and put
That's
the
right.
time into it. So.
And we're lucky enough to have some of these bands coming around here. But anyway, we have XTR Human who's coming all the way from Germany.
Yay!
He's from Berlin. He's playing here this Friday, November 3rd. One of the last shows I'm doing this year. So if you can come out and support, it'd be great. Eon Rings, who seems like was a huge hit at Absolution, is going to be opening for XTR Human. So it's going to be a great time. And there's a first-time DJ, DJ FX, which is this guy named Marty that we know over here in Tampa. He will be spinning at that show. So come on and support. It's going to be a great time. We're looking forward to it.
And
that'll be this Friday.
even though Tampa had seen Extra Human before, we saw him at Absolution, but that wasn't a tour. This is his
No.
first American tour. So definitely support him while he's on tour, because buying merchandise and being at a live show really helps him on his journey on the tour.
It helps all the bands when they come around tour. He's
really good live too.
Yeah,
Oh,
yes.
so good. So good.
Yes. So, all right. Well, Black, you're next with more Halloween stuff. Let's come back and hear Black's music.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween.
Haunted by regrets, my soul with no rest, eternal despair. I can change my fate. I was lost for years, walking with my fears. I live in between, trying to hide my tears from me, from me, from me. Endless cold, endless sadness, dancing in the mist. I'm the white lady. I was lost for years, walking with my fears. I live in between, trying to hide my tears from me. But when I softly whisper to the moon, I can forget my wounds and erase the pain of my past. Endless cold, endless sadness, dancing in the mist. I'm the white lady. Endless cold, endless sadness, dancing in the mist. I'm the white lady.
behind, unsaid, unfulfilled. But you still won't care this time. With everyone we go, along with anything I say. You walked off the lead, just as the words slipped away. Oh, just as the words slipped away. Light up the broken glass of bed you've laid. Stop, 'cause you can't afford, even with my last-ditch drive to kill. Divide up the broken glass of bed you've laid. Stop, 'cause you can't afford, even with my last-ditch drive to kill. Once, if you will, mirror safe from the shame inside, misled to instill all the honesty that lies within the different words you find that seem to come out to say. Yeah, you jump back beneath to where the ghosts they wake, to where your mind can divide up the broken glass of bed you've laid. Stop, 'cause you can't afford, even with my last-ditch drive to kill. Divide up the broken glass of bed you've laid. Stop, 'cause you can't afford, even with
Welcome back to Communion After Dark and the Halloween special. This is DJ Black. You just heard my last song. That was Oni Nomen from Italy. They just released the Cold Sadness maxi single, and that was the Cage remix of the song No Fear. A really good remix. I don't usually play a lot of remixes, but thought it was a good song, so I wanted to add that in there. Before that, we heard the Coventry from Italy with a song called Atropine, and that is from Atlas, The Weight of the World on Swiss Dark Knight's label, and that was released first as a single, and then the full length just came out just recently, so it's a really good release.
Is it scary?
It's pretty scary, it's pretty dark.
Yeah, I love his voice. I love the sound of that band.
Really good band.
Yeah, good. Well, then people will like it because I know you like darker music, so I'm excited.
It's a great label as well. One of my favorite labels. And look, Black is sporting the shirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Compliments of Absolution Fest last year.
Wow, nice.
And the fourth song in Black's set was House of Harm out of the US. And that is the song Rose Glass that is on the Playground 2023. And that was self-released.
Black, what's the deal behind this band, House of Harm? What kind of sound they have going on?
Oh, they're great. They're I don't know. They got a very new sound. They're kind of like, I don't know. I don't like comparing bands, but if you don't know them, you'd like them a lot, I think, because they really add a lot of really good synth elements, post-punk elements, little dark still. It's very poppy and catchy.
Yeah, I think it's like a great blend of electronic and post-punk and like cold wave. It's a really good band. I'm also like Black. I don't like labeling or comparing bands to other bands.
Communion After Dark like 2 years ago when they first released that one of their singles. I can't even remember what song it was.
Cool.
Yeah, because they were only releasing singles.
The third track in Black set was by a band called A Wife out of Sweden. Anyways, and every time I hear Sweden, I just think of
it's good music.
Austin Powers. I always think of Austin Powers. Anyways, and the song that Black played was called On the Night of Halloween. It's perfect for the show.
Yeah.
It's off their brand new release called A Dreamer's Kiss. The 2023 version of that is self-released. Was this album released previously?
They've released a couple of EPs, a couple singles, and this most current one that's really progressed a lot, I think, in their songwriting ability, and the songs are a lot more. I mean, every song on this new release is really good.
Awesome.
Isn't it awesome to like watch a band just get better? I think it's just amazing.
Exactly. Yeah, they've came a long way, so I expect to hear a lot more really good music from them. Before that, we heard Corbo Hangs from right here in the States with a song called The Exchange from the Optograms release, and that's self-released, and that band is so amazing. I mean, that's currently probably my favorite release over the last couple months. It's just really good, catchy songs, dark bass, great vocals, really well produced. Really can't find any flaws in any of their songs.
You really can't. And it's like when I'm DJing for bands, or like I want to say that you played them at Absolution as well. When you were DJing, you dropped something by them. It's just an amazing band. And it's just this album released, and I've got 3 in my permanent DJ folder if I'm DJing a show to choose from, because it's a great band. Check it out, definitely, for sure.
Singles, I couldn't wait to hear a full length from them because they had a couple singles, and I was like, I need to hear more of this.
We were itching. We were itching.
Yeah, and starting things off, we heard Echo Burl from France. That single just dropped a couple days ago. Very good Halloween type song called The White Lady. from the White Lady maxi single, and the label is it's her own label. It's Mother of Solitude Records, and can't go wrong with them. Really great song. I thought it fit in really well with the whole Halloween theme. So enjoy.
Yeah,
I know,
I love Echo Barrel.
I feel like she releases a Halloween. She released a Halloween song last year for the Halloween special, and I played it. And then it's like every year she releases a Halloween song. So
that's the way it should be.
it should be, right? I was expecting. I mean, I'll be honest. I was expecting a lot more Halloween releases this year, and there really weren't that many.
Some more in the next couple days.
Closer to Halloween, and they're going to release on Halloween. So, take my money.
She's awesome. Oops. Anyways, all right. Echo Barrel's fantastic, by the way, and yes, check them out if you have not. One of the better bands I think that are out there in the scene. Gold. Why do I keep calling you Gold, man? Son of a bitch. Black and Winters are more into the dark wave stuff maybe than I am, but I think like Echo Barrel. I don't know what style you want to call it, Echo Barrel, but they're like top notch as far as like one of those bands that are in the dark wave genre, I guess, if you want to say that. But they are fantastic. Such a good band.
No, I don't know. My husband is a techno head and is obsessed with Echo Barrel.
Yeah, so... your husband has the most eclectic taste in music of anybody I know. Even more so than Gold. Gold's got very eclectic taste as well, but not like your husband. Your husband listens to like horror soundtracks, then he listens to dark wave, then he listens to techno, then he listens to metal.
Well, I think like Black more listens to like the more darker side of things and whatnot, because I listen to like everything. I mean, you know me, I'm like a huge Host Deco fan, and like huge. I love dancing to super hard screaming music and screaming at the top of my lungs, and like I guess I kind of like everything, but then I don't, because if I don't like something, I'll definitely tell you. If you're like, no, I don't like that.
I try and stay open. I hate labels, but I like everything.
Exactly. Music is just, it is the universal language that brings us all together. Remember that.
Language of love. Yeah. All right, now we're going to do our last shot for Halloween.
Oh, pray for me. I've got to drive home, guys.
So come join us, people, and put on your favorite Halloween costumes and take a video of yourself and then send it to us, please. Shot of the week, number 3. This is to honor everybody who stuck with us throughout the year, and for Halloween again, of course. Black has got something different going on there, so we'll talk about it in a minute. Yep. Cheers to everybody.
Cheers. I have no idea what I'm doing, guys. Pray for me.
Yummy.
What was that? Like some of your daughter's Kool-Aid?
No, there was
whiskey in it.
It was called a vampire. It was called Hawaii Vampire.
So you used some of her Kool-Aid and put whiskey in it.
It was a simple shot because we don't need to do any more. It was
okay.
It was
so what was in
Malibu rum and fruit punch.
It was rum and her Kool-Aid fruit punch, whatever.
But anyways, Black, what did you do?
I did this really awesome black coffee liqueur that Melissa and Mike got me, and it tastes amazing. Yeah, this was really good.
How was it? Is it really good?
Amazing.
We had to wait for it because it was sold out everywhere for so long.
Yeah. And you know what? Now that I've had both these shots, I think that would even be good mixed together.
I bet you it would.
I bet you it would. I bet you it would. Yeah.
That was a cream, and this is a coffee, so
it goes perfect together. Yeah. No, we waited. So Mike and I, backstory on that, we waited for a while and kept talking to our ABC because that was always sold out. And we wanted it really bad because it was, Mr. Black. So it was like meant to be. And then I want to say it was all of us going to see Clinizymax at the Abbey. It was like 2 days before that they finally got it back and we went and picked it up and brought it to you. So yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to save it till when you guys came, but it's really good.
We'll come
Yeah.
eventually. We're in the middle of a major remodel of the
Oh,
kitchen
yeah.
room and whatnot. So
All right, so we have our donations for the week. Again, thank you everybody who continues to help us run this podcast. It means a large amount that you have stuck with us for all these years, and yeah, we truly appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so monthly donations from Alexander Vert, CD from EBM Worldwide, who I've met now recently at Absolution Fest. He is a fantastic person. Go give him some love. Katya Gutinger, Nigel Baker, the Dark Lord of Serpents. I apologize. David Reynoso, Ricardo, Mind Killer Inc., Steve Halloween. Perfect name for the show here. Johan Rombouts. We also got a one-time donation this week from Carlos Rosales. Carlos, I don't have the information here because I can't. It's not the internet is not showing it to me, and I apologize, Carlos. But you're fantastic, and thank you for being a donator to the podcast. If you want to be a one-time donator, all you have to do is go to CommunionAfterDark.com, and you can donate. All right, we also got a one-time donation this week, besides from Carlos, who is fantastic, from Scott White, who is from Florida. Scott White is, I believe, located more in South Florida, if I'm not mistaken. And Scott said, keep up the great work. So thank you again, Scott, for donating and for listening to our show. We truly appreciate you. All right, so Carlos, I did find out now I was able to pull up his information. I apologize, Carlos. Carlos is from Huntington Beach, California. I don't really know much about Huntington Beach.
I do.
But thank you so much for listening. Oh, you do?
I do. That's where I stayed. Remember when I went away in my 20s and I went to California?
Oh.
That's where I was living, and I got a job at Starbucks. My whole reason for going to California was because college. And like if you work in the state of California, there's a portion of your paycheck that goes into a college fund that to pay for your college. And I checked it out over there, and then I missed it over here, and I ended up ultimately moving to Tampa.
All right, there we go. So Winters knows something about Huntington Beach. We mentioned Steve Halloween, who I love that name. Johan Rombouts, who's a monthly donor as well. Dave Steinhausen, Alonzo White, Zoe McKay, all monthly donors. Jillian Tate, Mr. Phoenix, Aaron Euro, Amy Black, and much love to everybody in Maine for everything they've been going through. I hope, Amy, you're doing well. Matthew Nixon, Peter G. from The Family Guy, Alfredo Rodriguez, Kalani Robinson, Timothy Feely, Christopher Starr, Kat. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Kat.
Evan, well, it's a different cat, but Winters is saying hi too. Yeah. Evan Wajinga.
You've already said that name.
Yep. Lance Cooley. Lance Cooley donates twice a month. Thank you so much, Lance. You're fantastic. We love you. And he's called the Mad Professor, if you weren't aware. And Mad Professor has been on the show a number of times. Patrick Wardell, Andres Mirzik, and Ross Martinez. I think that might be everybody. Oh, we missed Biblio Dude. I'm sorry, Biblio Dude. We love you. And Anders Schallnatten. So there you go, everybody. We appreciate you all. You're fantastic. You're amazing. And we hope you enjoyed your Halloween. Now, Gold, what are you playing? Or Gold. What the fuck, man? All right, Black, what are you playing for your last song?
Something spooky. The last song, Schrodinger from Mexico, and everyone knows this song. Bela Lugosi's Dead. Released as a single, and they're on Swiss Dark Nights. You can't go wrong. Very spooky track.
And if you somehow in the dark scene never heard this song, let us know, because that's weird.
You've been in a coffin.
All right, come back for comments from our listeners. Enjoy Bela Lugosi's Dead.
I'm dead,
welcome back to Communion After Dark. I hope you enjoyed our show. I hope you enjoyed the Halloween show. I hope you enjoyed our spooky type sets. We tried to do the best we could. And there's so much good music out there. Go buy it. I hope you check our playlist on CommunionAfterDark.com. You have all the links on there where you can buy the music. We go above and beyond on this show. And by the way, thank you, Mr. Black from Isolation Radio. And DJ Black, you know, on top of the fact that he's been on our podcast many times, it's been the first time though in a while. Well, he's been on many times on the show. But it has been a while. But he also runs his own show every single week. Mm-hmm. So he's pretty cool. He keeps it up every week called Isolation Radio. And it's on Mixcloud. You're only on Mixcloud, or have you gone to other?
Yeah, right now I am, yeah.
Okay. You got to get to some other spots.
I know.
Yeah. But
YouTube's kind of a pain in the ass, though. So
you've been doing it for how many years now? How many years? This is what? How many years now?
3 years so far, yeah.
Subscribe, man. Subscribe to his Mixcloud. Go give him some love. He does it every single week. So,
and fun fact, this is my music buddy for years, because he was the only person for a long time that was buying the same music as me. That was like that's just kind of how we hit it off. And his mixes are always queued up in my favorites, because I don't listen to the radio. Don't ever do that. It's bad. So I'll always just like listen to Community After Dark to hear what it sounds like and make sure it turned out okay. And then I also listen to Isolation Radio and a few other people. So definitely just add it in your playlist driving around, because I know none of you actually listen to the physical radio, because why?
Why would you?
Oh,
well, thank you for the support.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did great. You've been doing
every
fantastic.
single week you probably see my stupid little picture. I listen to every single show, every single week.
I'm pretty detached, unfortunately. I kind of record it. I don't even keep up on the comments. I'm really bad. I got to get more involved. But I appreciate everyone that supports me.
All right, let's read some comments from our listeners. We thank you all again. All right, so we got some comments from YouTube. And this is from Serpent Love 19, or Serpent, I don't know, whatever. Serpent Dove?
Serpent Dove 6964.
The gold medal, Absurd Minds, silver. Suicide Commando, bronze. D. Ramirez versus Joy Division. So basically, Serpent Dove is giving us their
ratings.
Their ratings from last week. I love that. I love the gold medal, silver medal, and the bronze. That's pretty awesome. All right. Thug. I can't read this one. Thug after. What the hell? These names on Facebook, man, they're crazy. Anyways, thank you, Thug. Said, how does one get into DJing again? Love your stuff. I'm
not sure. I got into DJing because of Paradise, actually. It was my birthday in 2011, and he said, put some songs together, and then he mixed it for me right in front of me on his mixer, which I knew nothing about. So me getting into DJing had everything to do with Paradise.
But it seems like nowadays the main thing, I guess, for like getting in DJing is you have to get one of those programs, right? I don't know.
It depends. I'm looking for a modestly priced controller that has the big screen. Yeah. Like one of the DJs that I'm friends with, and outside of that, I DJ off my computer because it has the big screen and I can see what I'm doing, kind of thing. I can DJ on Paradise's mixer, but it has these tiny little screens for you to see the songs in. And I don't know about you guys, but the older you get, your eyes just go away.
Well, I DJ completely different than most people because I still use CDs, but I mean that's a rarity nowadays. Most people use programs. So you have a computer program, get your computer program, start trying to mix your music, and you'll figure it out. Yeah, right. Black, what program?
Like
do
I
you
use Tractor. Black uses something else.
I use virtual DJ when I'm doing most things, but I started out like you, Mark. When I was in clubs back in the 90s, I used CDs always.
Yeah.
Well, in physical, because when I started out, Mark taught me how to mix on his controller. And it was
it's
when
a DJ deck. Yeah.
well, the deck. And then
Yeah.
my husband is the one that got me started on Tractor, that I can do it in my computer and have literally all the music I own with me at all times. So I got a little addicted there.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, all right, we have a few more comments to read.
Paradise, you were killing it. Oh, this is David Muno.
Hi, David.
Paradise, you were killing it with the old school bands. Suicide Commando and In Strict Confidence are badass. They always will be. But the sign track from your set was killer. From Immiset, the track from Two Face was Melt Your Face Good. From Winter's set, it was Deadlight's track. The Deadlight track was awesome. I'm glad Winters didn't have tequila this week. I had tequila. Hey, this week I had tequila, but it was my tequila because I apparently need like the ghost pepper in my tequila or something. Okay, so I'll read it. D.W. Stratton 4078. I wish goth nights in Western Massachusetts would play sets as good as CAD. We just don't get good, hard stuff like that. A lot of wishy-washy stuff, some stuff that isn't even really of the genre, or cheesy remixes sometimes. If I had a clue how to spend, I'd offer to do it my own damn self.
Well, I mean, hey, thank you for that comment, and yeah, we appreciate it. I mean, but yeah, go try and start DJing yourself and get your own sets out there. People will love that. Get some new stuff going on in the clubs out there where you live. All right, hey Black, thank you for coming on our Halloween show. It's great to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
I know, Black. The longer that you've been here, your black energy has just taken over Paradise. He's gotten darker and darker and darker and darker, to where he's just like a little head with Me After Dark.
Floating head. Woo! All right, and then next week, Gold will be back on this show, so we're looking forward to that. It'll be a fun time. But Black, thank you again, and I hope you enjoy your Halloween. And yeah, I hope everybody enjoys their Halloween.
Yeah, what's going on in St. Augustine for Halloween? I want to know.
I'm working.
Because that's supposed to be a spooky city.
Yeah, there should be like more going on than there is, but I don't know.
You're just working.
Yeah, I'm working, and then we might go out and have a drink.
Well, shit. Yeah, I was gonna think like St. Augustine.
You're not gonna go on a tour.
Spooky Central, like it's all.
You can go on a ghost tour.
Yeah, but I got to get up at like 5:30 in the morning the next day, so it's like, yeah.
See, Stephanie said she wants to go. She wants to go on a ghost tour.
But if you go on a ghost tour, your significant other there is going to start questioning every single thing that they're telling you.
Yeah. Well, you guys should come here. You guys should all come here soon, and we can do a ghost tour together.
There we go.
He's going, come to me and Jules. Do the tours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. All right, well, take it easy, and we'll see you hopefully in the near future again.
Happy Halloween.
All right, happy
Halloween.
Bye.
Bye. Have an amazing week.
And the third.
If you want to just read that again.
I'm about to do it. Third.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can know, but it's awesome.
I'm like doing the Disney Halloween. Oh, what happened? Gigi Lee. What is Gigi Lee? We lost you, Jeff.
Yeah.
What the fuck just happened? I'm sorry. I don't know.
Will someone turn off that music? That's enough. I'm putting an end to this freak show right now.